All right, are you stressed and unhappy at work? Maybe you feel like this guy. Which guy?
That guy again. For a lot of us, work is just a paycheck. How can we strike a balance between job satisfaction and personal happiness?
We invited the founder of Unified People and author of the best-selling book, The Life Bridge, Ulrik Nerloe, to teach us how to take our heart to work. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good to have you.
Good morning. So happy to be here.
So you work with companies all over the world. You teach people the benefits of loving what you do. It sounds easy, probably isn't. One of the hardest things that I think we have is finding the balance between life and work.
It sure is. It sure is. To me, life is very much about unique moments where you can actually appreciate very much the things happening. And since we have Valentine's coming up tomorrow, I have a small present for you and try to create a small unique moment.
You are sweet.
Because a lot of people, in my experience, they have a life where they are stuck in the past, they're waiting for the future, but they're not present in the moment. And the solution for actually increasing the balance of happiness in life, not only privately but also work-wise, is very much in the small moments that we take for granted every day and that we tend to oversee.
How do we recognize that, right? Because there are moments in the day where I try to tell myself, okay, stop and appreciate it's a small thing. Take a minute.
Frank just said something really clever and funny.
Take a minute to appreciate it, right?
Yeah. One of my favorite sentences is to slow down, to speed up. And I think we have a tendency as people to forget to slow down, as well for companies as well.
Right.
Everything is changing so fast, and we need to keep up with that. But at the same time, we're human beings, and we need to remember to the importance of bringing ourselves into this equation. And a lot of people are struggling with that around the globe in the companies.
I was just talking to a productivity expert recently, and she was talking about people who drain your energy.
Yeah.
Right? Negative sort of people in your life, and we have that at work as well.
Sure.
No one here. But there are people.
Not at all. Yeah, draining energy is one of the major obstacles for companies to succeed around the globe. And I think we have to recognize one thing, that draining energy is not just people. It can also be processes. It can also be leadership. It can be lack of communication, not really understanding the strategy or the path that the company is going towards. So it could be a lot of things. But the good thing is that through the work that we have been doing for the last 7 years, actually our company's 7 years birthday today, and through that period of time, we recognize that it's not that difficult. It's a matter of changing your processes, putting the awareness into the energy, which a lot of people, they don't do through work. Like when you go to meetings, you can go in and the first 15 minutes, half an hour, you're like thrilled and energized. And then the energy starts to drop. And you're looking at the watch thinking, oh my God, I need to sit in this meeting for the next 3 hours. And if you don't stop that kind of meeting, if you don't put the attention into what does create this lack of energy, it will just constantly grow the lack of energy. But if you do change that, if you do have a culture where you are aware of in the companies what is draining the energy and what is actually contributing to energy, it's not that difficult to change. It's just a mindset change and it's a paradigm change.
What if there are people at work that drain your energy? You can't do anything about another coworker or, these things that maybe you feel like you have to do and they're a drain of energy, you feel they're a waste of time or whatever it is. That we can't change, but can we change our mental attitude toward it?
One of my favorite jokes is that I don't believe that anyone wakes up in the morning and say, hey, I'm going to drain everybody for energy. In my experience, I mean, if you go to people and actually share your experiences, share your observations in a curiosity way of going to the person, actually you can help this person transform, especially if you show the care for the person and show an interest in why is it that you feel like this. Because after all, right people in right positions, and it might be so that the person is unhappy. It may not be only privately, but it could also be professionally. And just by showing the interest can actually change things. And this goes as well privately, because I mean, there are people privately that drain you as well.
Yeah. What are the worst habits that prevent positive change?
Not being aware. We are so unconscious in the way we live our life. People just do. We're habit-driven people. The brain loves to just be in standby mode. And every time you need to change a habit, it's quite resourceful. There's actually researchers that claim that you need to think actively 89 times to change a habit. But again, we need to start somewhere, and putting the awareness into what is actually in, for instance, a team. What is the good habits that we have that is contributing to our growth, to our positive energy, and what is it that we don't are doing every day, or that we are doing every day that is actually draining us? Is first of all.
Do you think that's incumbent upon the employer to point, Bobby's doing a great job because he does A, B, and C, and Stevie's doing a bad job because he does X, Y, and Z?
Yeah. No, I mean, a lot of people, they think it's the employer's responsibility to make sure that the employees are happy. But in my point of view, we are all responsible. It's not just the employer, it's also the employee. And of course, the employer, he's responsible for the frame, for the culture, for the level of leadership. But at the same time, we're also responsible for our own happiness and for what we do every day. And a lot of people, they wake up every day not really knowing what makes them happy.
Ulrik's book available online and on KTLA.com. Thanks for being here.
Big pleasure. Have a great day.
Keep our hearts.
Yeah.